Okay, so second part. So blockchain, I just one word. This is a trust machine, right? So trust for what? Transaction, right? So if you look at the Bitcoin, whatever you apply in the supply chain management, whatever is that what they providing is a trust among parties. And then there are a lot of the technology and component platform is supporting them that trust, like authentication and then crypto, like graphy or whatever, security or the consensus algorithm, smart contract, whatever is supporting that trust machine. So that's the one keyword in here. So actually, I did also like what the innovation out there by the patent counting. So last year I did like the all the patent holders and in the, through the USPD or Y4 EPU. And then here is it interesting is that Alibaba Group is yeah commercial like e-commerce giant in China. They has a lot of blockchain patents. So here is an IBM, and then here is a UK-based startup. They have a lot of even with their startup, they have a lot of the patent. And then like some of the Mastercard, and then here is interesting Walmart, the retail, Bank of America, Visa, Microsoft, Intel, or something like that, right? And then country-wise, yeah, here is a you see that USA is still lead, but the China is interesting, right? In AI was a different, but in blockchain, China is very active in blockchain innovation. This is very interesting topic, right? And then blockchain issue is still the speed, right? The transaction speed is very slow. That I can see is that still blockchain is very early stage compared to the other mature technology, internet, mobile communication, even AI. Right? AI is still early, in my view, but here is much earlier. So still, we need to wait a lot of time that actually the innovation going on and a lot of experiments should be done. And then until a certain time, they can be mainstream, like whatever you have seen, like credit card transaction. Here is a very stable, robust, and high speed, right? And 50,000 transactions per second require still not there. And then there are a lot of issues like interoperability issues, scalability issue, and other like security issue, privacy issue. All the issues are still there. So that we need to do a lot more in blockchain. So my talk will be different, right? Because in AI, some much still earlier, but a lot of things happen, and then we can show something. But here, not much, right? Because still all experimental area, not much business case in here. And then recently there was some interesting business case is self-sovereign identity. So provide some identity. So identity is some huge market in here. You see that like you have a credit card, want to have a bank account, whatever the issue is, your identity. You need to provide your credential. So how you can do it in the transparent way and the more efficient way is using blockchain area is a DID. And then you can apply many area in here, even the COVID-19. And the recent trend is that I saw the convergence between in the like AI blockchain IoT convergence, and I've seen that in the patents and the literature survey. And then here is a benefit like how they are related to like a data input and then data, the big data infrastructure, and then they provide the data processing, and then they interact to like provide like a synergetic ways. And then I will share this presentation. So I here all summarize that how they can benefit synergy like AI, how they integrate and how they synergy, what the use case in here. I don't have a time to that. So I will share you this one so you can look at it. I did intensive research last year. I spent a lot of time doing that. And then here is I found that the convergence is going on, and then I look at the pattern and then see that, and then there is a 100,000. What I found is like in the not much, because for example, my data set was in AI around 40,000, and then blockchain about the 20,000, IoT about the 40,000. And among them, I found that the indicator of this convergence about the 1,000. So still very early stage, but I can see it in the pattern space. They clearly show that there is a convergence is going on here from my analysis. So here I did very, very intense work this one. So for example, that I have a two report last year that this one is supported by some Korean there is a KAIST is a university, and there is a center like a fourth industrial revolution center in research center in South Korea. And then they provided some research money, so I did some research, and then I provided two research report. And then here is this one I put in my repository, so you can download. It's about more than 100 pages of what I have done in all the related pattern here, so you can have it later. And then here is I specifically to have the industry about how actually can implement. So this is one I have expertise. Whenever I want to develop new technology, and I got the implementation hint from patent, and then I really have expertise find out what the key patent out there. So I did this one, and then I provided some specific example like a blockchain-based privacy-preserving federated learning system. Recent trend is like a multi-system computing for the AI. And then here is I found a pattern, and then specific example actually how actually you can implement this one. So you will get all information through this link. Okay. And then here is actually I tried to show you, because here is maybe let's try, because I'm not sure I have time, but actually that's not difficult to learn, because this is one I actually redeveloped. So we have a big data database. So this is the if you are familiar with the blockchain system, this is a distributed network. So it's the same thing as a blockchain, but here is only I have a 9 node in here, but you can think about it the same thing, blockchain node. This is the one, but actually this is because of the computing power. So I only launch 9 node. And then if you know about the consensus algorithm, this is a consensus algorithm for the well-known Hyperledger fabric. This is we have a two type of the blockchain. One is the public chain like Ethereum, and then one is a private chain, is a Hyperledger fabric by IBM and other. And then this is the one used in actually we applied this one before Hyperledger. Actually, we develop our own. So I will run this one, and then they will initiate blockchain node, 9 blockchain node database. So they initiate 9 node very quickly. So we actually boast about our technology, most what advanced technology in the launching your node in the big data space. And then I will show you some application. Actually, this is one in how you can share your medical data, and then you can do your like AI research, whatever, because the reason is the medical data area is a privacy is a key issue, and then it's very difficult to share your data with other. So we developed using this sharing system. So actually what you're doing is actually you, for example, that you have you are hospital A, and then you want your own data in your database like that, right? So here, so you want to launching this one. Okay, then they will put into your blockchain. So you have a database, and then you have a blockchain layer, and then they will put it in the blockchain layer, so they know about your information. So like your hospital A, B, C, D, like that. And then you want to let other people use your ones. For example, that you are owner hospital one, and then you want to like hospital B want to use this one, and then you can grant like you read, write, or something like that. So you provide this one, and then it was written in the blockchain. And then you see that here is all, this is a transaction. So hospital A put into your data, and then for example, in the time sequence they provide what happened. This is transparent, so all the blockchain node has this information about like signature and then previous blockchain. And then what here is like provide some this location. Actually the actual your data is not in your blockchain, actually is your database. Only thing they provide is the this one that cryptographically that encrypted this address that actually the where your actual data is. And then you provide the permission to that. And then if you look at your hospital B, and then you have a permission, right? You have permission to this data. And then you can revoke this data like this, and then revoke, and then they for example, see that this revoke, and so you cannot have any access more. So this is one of the like way to actually have a privacy, and then you can collaborate with other hospital or institution, and then you can use this data for your AI research. So that's one actually we developed before. So this is the way that you convergence, because this data that I actually show that we have a developed also AI diagnosis system. So integrate with this AI diagnosis system and this blockchain sharing system, and then multiple like institution can collaborate the AI research and then sharing data without any breaching about the privacy. That's one. That's one actually we did. Oh, so yeah, it's nicely because sometimes computer doesn't work, and that's what I prepare some lot of the video to show you. But tonight, luckily, I can show a live demo, but I have several other more live demos prepared, but I don't have the time. So here was a snapshot that actually we developed how you integrate AI and blockchain to do some innovation in AI. Okay, so I don't need to show this one. And this is one actually, we actually also develop like integrate everything. So we integrate like for example, this is the e-commerce site, your website, and then you see that here is a chatbot we developed. So the chatbot communicate with you, and then try to discuss with you about like how's it today, and then try to understand your feeling, and then they try to provide some recommendation of the suggestion of your service, product, whatever, like good dinners and good product, whatever, and then try to recommend this to this user, and the user like select some product, and then provide easy way to select a product, and then easy way to pay by the cryptocurrency. It's still it's not yet to directly pay by the cryptocurrency, but actually in the near future, because there is like Starbucks or recently Tesla, they say that you can buy Tesla like electric car using like a Bitcoin or something like this. So in the future, who knows that you can pay by the cryptocurrencies like a Bitcoin, Ethereum, whatever. So this one is targeting that on and integrating AI blockchain to do some e-commerce ways that we've developed.